neighbors are definitely gonna hate me now. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is my 2019 Camaro SS, and it has ported heads, cam, full bolt-ons, and at this point is full weight, just has a full drag pack, and it has ran a best of a 1060 at 132.7 miles an hour, so almost 133 on a 100 shot of nitrous, and NA has gone 1109, so almost pretty much 11.0 at 128 with the full weight. And today we're gonna do some things to help bring the weight down on this thing and see if that'll give us some better times at the track and see how it does. That is right, guys, we are in full track prep mode right now, so I'm gonna be pulling the car out slightly so that we can get a little bit of space here. And the first thing we are doing is removing this heavy suitcase stock GM muffler that is here in the back. Oh yeah. So let's pull the car back and show you guys just how to remove the exhaust. First thing, I've got a little bit of space here the way my driveway angles gives me just enough space, but we're going to be removing this bracket here, the hanger bracket on both ends, and you'll see that the motor actually kind of sits on the inside here. So we're gonna disconnect the motors, and when we remove the brackets, we'll be able to kind of slide one way and then pull the motor out one way and then out the other. And then of course we've got to loosen up our clamp in the back, and I'll show you guys what I ordered to help with the exhaust not coming straight back and possibly melting my diffuser here. So after trying to do it back here, I decided to just go ahead and raise the car up to give me that extra clearance here, and I was able to unbolt or unplug this side motor, but not the motor on that side. Is a little tighter, so what I'm going to do is just loosen it up from both ends and try to bring it down and unclip once it's already down on the ground, and also gives me a little more clearance to remove the clamps back there. These bolts here are 15 millimeters, and ratcheting wrench helps a lot, and it's 2 on each side, and that should loosen up the whole back end. And what we're gonna do is, before we do the front, we're gonna loosen up the back side, and that way there's not added stress or anything like that coming from this just dangling down on the rest of the exhaust system. Both of these came out, and guys, if you don't have a ratcheting wrench, I suggest you get one if you want to try to remove this without removing the rear bumper, because there's very little access. Now I've removed all the clamps, I removed everything. Now we've got to separate the muffler here, and they are off, guys. And as you guys can see, there was obviously some tension there, which was making it hard, but nothing, a little bit of WD-40 and some hammering. Some hammering couldn't help with the little chisel. So now we are ready to loosen this up, and we should be able to kind of lean this downward and out of the way. And it is out, guys. And just with this alone, we have saved ourselves almost 50 pounds. I believe this stock suitcase muffler weighs almost 44 or 45 pounds. And man, I can believe it. It weighs every bit of that 44 pounds once it's all put together. Now we're gonna pull this out of the way, and then we're gonna show you guys what we're gonna do with those two tailpipes at the end. Check it out, guys. These are some 3-inch turn downs, and they're just gonna slip right over. This should help prevent those exhaust gases from coming straight into the back of this plastic diffuser and causing any issues. So let's go ahead and put those on. We've got the turn downs installed, and I went ahead and put them straight down. I don't think it's going to be an issue. We'll see once we lower the car, but I think it'll be fine, especially for where we're going. We're not doing any type of off-roading. One thing I like about having the American Authority rear diffuser is that, of course, it still looks like we've got something going on in the back, but we've dramatically saved weight from the stock suitcase muffler, guys. Along with, probably gave it a little bit more breathing compared to the stock suitcase muffler. As you guys can see, it would bottle down to a 2 3/4, and then of course go down even further inside the muffler, so as you can see here. So should do really well. I'm excited to see how the car is going to perform, but let's go ahead and give you guys a startup now that we've lost our dual mode functionality, because of course our motors are here. We'll see just how loud this thing really is. Guys, my neighbors are definitely gonna hate me now. That is insane. I guess it's actually even more echoier and louder because they are turned down right into the ground. Yeah. Woo! Man, that is loud. Guys, that was extremely loud. I can imagine the fact that they're turned down and echoing right off of the ground makes it even louder, but my goodness, my neighbors are definitely not going to enjoy this when we come back from the track at night. Oh my goodness. That was one of the things I loved about the NPP exhaust, guys, the dual mode, is that we could close it and make this nice and quiet, but with that we see it now, oh my god, it's a lot of work to try to get faster. And the crazy thing is, I'm gonna go run the car and I don't know if I'll be able to just drive around and cruise with this setup like that. So we'll probably do this for the track and maybe a couple Mexico runs, but we're definitely going to be coming back to this suitcase muffler because that is right now just insanely loud. But it should help us at the track, so we'll see how the car does. We do have to go and get the seats out, and once we remove the seats, we do have to get the seats out, and once we remove the seats, we will have removed a little over 100 pounds in weight from the about 45 pounds of the rear exhaust and almost 80 pounds of the passenger seat and the rear seat. So definitely going to be reducing the weight of this thing quite a bit, and should give us some really good results at the track. So let me know down in the comments below, what do you think this car is going to run with the freer airflow on the exhaust along with the removed seats and reduced weight. I'm interested to see what you guys thoughts are on that, and hopefully we run some very good times here at the track very soon. The weather has been very clear and the forecast shows some very clear weather coming up this Friday, just so that we can make sure that we go to the track and get some good runs in. So let's go ahead and get the seats removed, bring this car down, and give you guys some final thoughts. Sebastian, say hi to the camera. My boy over here already helping me out with the car and removing the interior seats, and the passenger side seat is already done. Of course, it is just 3 T50 kind of like star hex bolts, so one on each on the back of the frame rails, and then you've got a third one on the seat belt that's on the side that needs to get removed, and then you pull this plastic back because there is a seatbelt plug here. So you don't remove the seatbelt plug until you loosen this completely off, and then the seat can come out. I do recommend that you pull the back end all the way forward before you disconnect it, so that it makes it easier to remove from the inside of the car. With the back seat forward, you can kind of pull the seat back and up and have it rest here while you remove the bolt from the airbag system here. So that can go down. Now we just gotta pull the back out, and these are just straight pulls. There's no bolts, no anything, and it's super simple. And just like that, the whole back is completely open, and you can see the nitrous bottle. Now, as you guys can see, I do have one of my power wires that triggers the fuel system in the back exposed there. I wish I would have ran it across where it's hiding, but honestly, this back panel, guys, the lower back is just nothing but foam. It really doesn't weigh, but maybe like 10 pounds. The one that has the most weight is really this heavy top side. So I'm probably gonna put back the bottom foam here. That way it could cover up my power, plus also at least this all has carpeting and it doesn't look like it's completely gutted. So we'll put this one back, and then that'll be it, guys. We will be done with the weight savings and we are ready for the track. So let me go ahead and just put this up and give you guys some final thoughts on what I think this car is going to do at the track. So much better, looks a little more cleaner in here. But anyways, guys, I think we are ready to have probably one of the best passes we've had to date with the car. And I think by dropping almost 100 pounds, we should be able to get into the 10s NA easily, and possibly into the low 10s with either a 100 shot or a 150 shot. We will see. I'm super excited. We do need to go out and get some logs to make sure that, I don't think that's a big issue as far as restriction wise and changing anything in the tune. It's just going to breathe a lot better, but it will be a lot healthier in the long run. So with that being said, guys, comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are on the weight savings and what you think this car is going to do at the track. Now, removing this suit cleats muffler was a lot of work, and I probably am not going to install this back anytime soon, but I am going to miss it because this thing is super loud. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to show you guys hopefully the next video, which will be us at the track and hopefully performing the best that this car has done so far. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.